Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Bengals coming in at 2-4, going up against the Jaguars, who come in at 4-1. So let's send you up now to the Queen City of Cincinnati. Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Caught Eifert over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
4 down. 319. Quick,
Rodgers to throw on second down. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff to Yeldon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, here's Osweiler. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And for this offensive unit that we'll see here in just a second, T.J. Yeldon is certainly someone to mention.
Came out of Alabama with a lot of attention, but earned it. This guy is better and better at a lighter weight. Shifty back who can finish with power.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run with their fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Vontaze Burfict is a super talent and a fierce competitor. He can do it all at the linebacker position.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On third down, Yeldon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars. Jason Myers now for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Myers able to knock it through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. To the left side here for Eifert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Rodgers now on first down. Finding time. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now it's Osweiler. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Let's go. Leopard.
Play action. It's Osweiler. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that, and when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
They go with a screen. It's Yeldon. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
Dante Fowler missed his rookie season due to injury. So good to have him back on the field. A terrific combination of speed and strength.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
319! 158!
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Now Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They keep it with Yeldon on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Second down, Osweiler. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Osweiler on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too calm.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Benjamin with it over the middle. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Watch right.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right.
319.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
What's going to be? 319.
Rodgers will try again on set. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. 2nd down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
This is taken at the 15. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
Now Osweiler. takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Third down, Osweiler. And this is going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it brings up fourth down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Third down and 12. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
It's fielded at the 45. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. The 20. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is that they eat up one of their levels right away. Because, you know, most defense, there's 3 levels. D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them. And then you throw the ball over their heads. And now there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
Yeldon, the lone running back. Shift together here from the D-line. They go play action now. Osweiler. That is incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
On third and goal, Osweiler. Caught left side, Hopkins. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They go play action here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
There we go. Nice play, baby. 18. That's not doing.
Now a play fake here on first down. Pass incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
On play action, now Rodgers. And the hookup here with Jalen Strong complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he? Bernard churning, and he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll come out in the pistol. Rodgers to throw on second down. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. So we've got a 2nd and 5.
Watching that, Marty. All right, here we go. 3, 9, no. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. Watching that, Marty. Over.
Now Osweiler. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now Osweiler. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. They go back to the air here after the INT. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11.
No. Check. Patriot.
From the shotgun, Osweiler. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead now up to 22. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
One receiver left, 2 to the right.
319. 26.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
319. 258.
The final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Here's Rodgers to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Single. 319. 44's the light. 44's the light. No chance.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
319.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. One receiver left, 2 to the right.
Switch. 319.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And he comes back with one complete. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Rodgers to throw once more. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now Bernard. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and they knock that deficit down from 29 to 26. Well, I guess we're at the stage here where they wouldn't say no to any points, but I don't think field goals are what they're looking for here in the second half.
I don't either, Brandon. When you're down as much as they are, that's the sign of a head coach waving the white flag to me.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They go play action here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
On 3rd down, Osweiler. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, here we go.
From the gun, it's Osweiler. Surveying the field. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bengals take possession. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But now
look out. Rodgers lost the football. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
158!
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
Rodgers going to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
158! 44, Mike, 44.
On play action, Rodgers gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Rodgers now on first down. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Rodgers now on first down. And this one's incomplete. Jeremy Hill there was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Shift together here from the D-line. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back now in Cincinnati. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Anybody's coming, watch him. Single receiver. Hey, 20, over here.
Rodgers to throw once more. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Detroit! Now let's go!
On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
No, check.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Osweiler. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now a carry here for their fullback. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
From midfield now, here's Osweiler. He goes underneath for Yeldon. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned at ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Here's Osweiler. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Throwing now, Osweiler on 1st down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Osweiler. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This one taken from the 7th. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
319! 319!
On 1st down, Rodgers. He's got time. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to try and go deep again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Ten yards to go on third. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to let it go again. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. To throw is Osweiler. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Play fake. Here's Osweiler. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. That's taken on the 25. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Rodgers now on first down. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Go on the ground, fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
There he goes left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Hey, check. 319. 44's the right. 44's the right. Let's twist.
Rodgers will try again on second down. He's going to go up top again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The Bengals bring out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Now Osweiler. Caught left side Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
They'll run it again with Yeldon. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
9 yards to go. It's third down.
Now let's go. Green, I'm touching now, Barney. Here we go now.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. He's going to let this one go deep. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Deep drop. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Hey, all right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now T.J. Yeldon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jaguars, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we...